Hey there, Nomads of Lore. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jonathan.
And together we are Meeting Mischief, your home away from no home. And in this video, we're going to give you our review and reaction for the Book of Boba Fett Episode 1. So if you didn't know, the Book of Boba Fett is a spin-off show from the Disney Plus show, The Mandalorian. And so we're going to be reacting to episode 1. So obviously there are going to be spoilers for episode 1 of that show. And we should disclaimer at the very beginning that everything expressed here is our opinion. You don't have to share our opinion. And
in fact, we encourage you to comment below if you got something else to say.
Yeah, all your ideas is that we enjoy discussing things. And sometimes when you comment things back, then we get to update our opinions and have different ideas and thoughts. So let's get into it. So what did you think about episode 1?
Well, I really enjoyed it. I loved the
his exact words in his text were bad to the bone.
It was awesome. The intro sequence with the flashback scene from him coming out of the Sarlacc pit was phenomenal. It was just like going back
disgusting.
into the yeah, it was crazy. But it was like going back into the Last Jedi. That's what I was going to say.
Something about a Jedi.
The Return
somewhere.
of the Jedi. Yeah, and
it should have been the Last Jedi.
Should have
Shots
been
fired.
Anyway, it was really cool. So I really liked that sequence. And then, as he went on with the Tusken Raiders and you kind of got to see, the start of that story, I'm assuming we're going to continue that story thread and then the current day story thread with the crime boss, the straight crime boss kind of thing going on, taking Jabba's place. And I really liked that. There was some things, definitely can pick apart from different things from that, but and then in the sequence where he gets attacked by those guys, anyway, we can talk about some of that. But yeah, I overall enjoyed both of those storylines quite a bit. I really like that guy from the mayor who came in and
the emissary guy.
Yeah, he's like, so I need something from you, and they're like, wait, what? No, you came to bring us something. Well, we'll give you your life. Get out of here. Yeah, it was pretty good.
And he was a little cocky.
I'm
excited for when he gets put in his place.
He wasn't even like, well, I thank you for my life kind of thing. It wasn't even that, which I thought was kind of interesting.
He was like, oh yeah, sure, you're gonna hurt me. I'm the mayor's dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly. So how did you think? What did you think about it?
So I did really like it, and I'm very excited for the show. And I think this set up a lot of things that I'm very excited about. However, to be honest, as a pilot, I was a bit underwhelmed with this episode. I think the biggest reason why I was a little bit underwhelmed with this one is that it's hard for me to not compare this pilot to the pilot from The Mandalorian. And that one was just so good, almost perfect. I mean, it's the pilot to The Mandalorian. I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan, of course, and so I'm a little bit biased. But the pilot to The Mandalorian is one of the best TV show pilots I've ever seen. It just did so much to set up the character and the tone of the show and connect it back to Star Wars, and it was just so good. And this one, and again, it's a spinoff, right? And so we've already gotten some of the character introduction and some of that in The Mandalorian, and so I thought there was some weakness there.
I think that's another reason that you had such a problem was because the introduction of Boba Fett in The Mandalorian was so good,
epic.
Yeah, epic. And then this one was not quite as. There was still the awesome scene where he's coming out of the Sarlacc pit, but
yes. But even that was less exciting than one. I mean, it kind of cut away. It was fine. And, some of this, you at this point, as we're reviewing things and talking about things, even as we talk about like the Wheel of Time, it's hard to not kind of have the coronavirus in the back of your head of how much did some of that affect some of these things, even some of the special effects and stuff, like some of the scene later where he's kind of fighting the Tusken Raider. It kind of felt like we were on an empty lot, and it probably is fairly authentic to the way it would look on a flat desert space, with haze and whatever. So it's probably not that off. It just kind of felt
Yeah.
like we were on an empty lot somewhere.
Yeah.
And so, I think that probably affects things as well. Now, having said that I was a bit underwhelmed, I still really, really liked a whole lot of things about this episode. And this really makes me excited for the future of the series. I think this is going to be a really fun show. And that is one thing that is different. I think a lot of us kind of expected that this show was going to be darker and grittier because of the introduction of Boba Fett in The Mandalorian was pretty violent and epic and whatever else. And so I think we kind of expected more of that and more of the Boba Fett and whatever else. And that's not what we got, not really. Although
we got
I think
the softer side.
We did, and I'm actually totally here for it. I really like that tack that they're going, and I'm really excited to see how it plays out, and adding that as a struggle for his character of wanting to essentially go straight, but also be a crime boss. And then
because
Finnick,
the guys around him are going to give him a hard time about
yeah,
that.
well, Finnick already has,
Yeah.
and and I like their relationship on both of the Tamora Morrison and Ming-Na Wen. They have such great chemistry. They did in The Mandalorian. They do now, and so I'm super excited to continue to watch that and their kind of play back and forth of him respecting him but being like, you're kind of an idiot, you should kill this guy right now.
I love how she was like, your helmet looks a little shinier than mine does. With all the coins.
Yeah, so there's a lot I like.
Yeah,
so what things were you already talked about the Sarlacc pit and whatever else. What are other things that you really like in this episode?
I definitely liked just seeing him sit in the throne and having all these different people come in and give him things and his interactions.
And him not knowing what to do.
Yeah, basically just sitting there like, did you catch any of that? And she's like, well, something about, whatever. I don't even remember what was said, but it was comical. But probably my favorite of the actual sequences was him with the Tusken Raiders. There was so much action going on. There was little question like why did the Tusken Raiders have the little young one go with him, thinking that he wouldn't be able to.
Was this some sort of weird rite of passage?
Yeah, something. Yeah, but I enjoyed that whole sequence and him killing the big multi-armed whatever thing that was.
The CG on that was a little wonky, but it was cool. It was a fun thing.
It was
kind of got the Androcles and lion sort of saved you.
And then the fact that he didn't go in there and I don't know how he would have argued because they don't speak his language, but gone in there and argued with them. No, he didn't kill him. I did. And then, of course, the older Tusken Raider walking over to him like, I know who did it. Here's some water, kind of thing. Thank you for keeping him alive, kind of thing. So I love that whole sequence. The one little thing that I thought was a little weird to me was the sequence where I'm assuming the mayor's assassins, maybe somebody else's, we don't know yet, but
maybe another player that we're not aware of.
Who knows? But all those guys jump down, and he kind of gets. It kind of gets handed to him, and after having seen him in The Mandalorian and seeing how bad he is, an amazing fighter, I kind of had I was like, really? I don't think he would be stuck inside. I know they had shields around him and all that kind of stuff, but
well, there's clearly more going on there because he starts in a bacta tank.
Yeah.
And
so he's not at 100%.
Stuff that we probably haven't even seen
thing
yet.
Yeah.
That's more flashback. Because he just kind of rides off into the sunset, if I remember right, with and then we see him in the post-credit scene being like, "I'm the mayor of Boba Fett's palace."
Boba Fett. Yeah. So, but other than that, I enjoyed several.
I do really
scenes.
like what we've seen of the Tusken Raider stuff, the Sand People. It reminds me so much of Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2 and all that kind of stuff, and getting to see some of their culture. And I'm hoping that we see more of that.
Yep.
And because that was always a really fun part of those two, and kind of in I don't remember whether I think it was Knights of the Old Republic 2, but we definitely get some of it in both, where you have to go and essentially win their trust. And in almost every video game you ever play where you're winning the Tusken Raiders' trust and the Sand People, you almost always have to kill some creature and whatever else. And so that was very, very fitting. And it's, again, Jon Favreau is doing a phenomenal job in everything he touches, in actually fitting real Star Wars canon, and instead of some of the garbage we got with the sequel trilogies. And you can watch our reviews and stuff. I don't hate everything about the sequels as much as some people do, but this is really, really good, and I'm excited for this show with all this stuff. The Tusken Raider stuff, though, definitely I agree is some of the coolest stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm honestly more excited about the future of the present day story because I'm excited to see his how he's going to deal with his new morals and whatever else not wanting to disintegrate, and I didn't really get the impression that that's why he told Finnick to not kill the guy. The impression I got was bring him back alive so we can question him and figure out what's going on. So I don't think
because he blew one of them sky high before that.
He did.
Used a rocket and so he didn't care. And that's I'm interested.
He's still
to see
Boba Fett.
Exactly.
But,
I'm interested to see where we're going with that. Yeah, the important thing for me in this was it felt like Star Wars. It had all those vibes. It had a little nods. I think the music was a little lacking. I agree with you on that.
It was not as good as Mandalorian.
It was not. And,
so far.
And hopefully there will be a little bit more. I liked there was almost some nods to the Mandalorian sounds, like that kind of thing, going
I didn't
on.
look and see. Do you know? Is this the same composer guy I can't remember what his name was. But.
Yeah, we should look, but overall, it had the same. It has the feel of Star Wars. It has the same, and it should, and it does.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see where we go from here. So hopefully, episode 2 will be amazing.
Hashtag Favreauverse is better than hashtag whatever Kathleen Kennedy needs to get fired verse.
You heard it here, folks.
So yeah. I'm sure it's not the first place you've heard such a thing.
So what I'm really, really excited about is that I don't have any idea where the show is going. Even though it's called The Book of Boba Fett, we don't have a book to follow like we do with The Wheel of Time, if y'all have been watching our coverage of that. But anyway, I'm just so excited to get surprised and to get, different things from...
cameos, who knows?
Yeah, cameos.
Who's going to show up in the show? Let us know in the comments.
Put that down in the comments. Yeah, I'd love to see some Ahsoka Tano, because I know we've got that coming.
That's my prediction.
Yeah, I agree. I know that her own show is coming, so... Anyway, I think, right? Isn't that pretty much confirmed?
Yeah. We are getting.
I'm so excited about that. But anyway, I'm excited to see this side of the Star Wars stuff is looking really good.
Well, and there's a lot of unknowns in this era, so it's going to be really fun to see all the different things and the way it plays out.
So if you enjoyed this, give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We love you to hit that subscribe button. We are sitting almost at 1,200, which is awesome. It's been a crazy last couple of days. Yeah, great for us and great for you, because the higher we get in that number, the more we can do for you. Mm-hmm. So if you'd like to support us, speaking of sporting, we've got some links down in the description. They're Amazon affiliate links. You can check those out. You don't have to buy anything on the links. You can buy whatever. And it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it supports us. So thank you for all that you do. You're awesome. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.